President arrested in Russia.
I'm very, very concerned about her.
Florida beach disaster.
I had no idea that it could collapse underneath.
Good morning. I'm Steve Payton in Charleston, South Carolina, with the CBS World News Roundup. The polls here in Nikki Haley's home state tell a discouraging story for the former governor, but Haley vows to stay in the Republican race for president through at least Super Tuesday in 2 weeks. Here's CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns.
Donald Trump confident ahead of Saturday's Republican primary against South Carolina's own Nikki Haley.
She's down by 30, 35 points. Everybody knows her. You're not supposed to lose your home state. Shouldn't happen. She just can't get herself to get out.
Dropping out would be the easy route. I've never taken the easy route. Haley is delivering some of her harshest criticisms of the GOP frontrunner. He's gotten more unstable and unhinged. The former president was recently ordered by a New York judge to pay more than $350 million in his civil fraud suit. He compared the penalty to the death of Alexei Navalny, Russian President Vladimir Putin's political opponent.
It is a form of Navalny.
Some voters here who once supported Trump want to turn the page. We just need to move on and we need something new. But others are eager to give Trump a second term.
If it wasn't for Trump running, I think she would probably be the choice.
CBS's Nancy Cordes has more on a California stop for President Biden.
The president called out his Republican rival, former President Trump, for refusing so far to condemn Russian President Putin for Alexei Navalny's death. His comments came just a few hours after President Biden revealed that he plans to punish Putin with a major new round of sanctions that will be announced, he said, on Friday. White House officials tell us these sanctions are going to be aimed at Russia's defense sector and parts of the Russian economy that power Russia's war machine.
Correspondent Imtiaz Tayeb has more on a new arrest in Russia.
Ksenia Catalina is now a prisoner in Russia. A dual American and Russian citizen was arrested in the central city of Yekaterinburg on suspicion of treason and fundraising for Ukraine's army after making a $51 donation to a Ukrainian charity. Her former mother-in-law told CBS News she fears for Catalina's life.
I'm very, very concerned about her, about her physical being. We know that Navalny was just killed a few days ago. We know it wasn't just a death, it was the murder.
Jeff Hahn is a Russia expert.
The arresting of American citizens is something I think we're going to see continue, especially because Russia increasingly is engaging in hostage diplomacy.
In what could be a sign of Russia's reach beyond its borders, a Russian helicopter pilot who defected to Ukraine last August has been found shot to death in Spain. Prosecutors have charged a former FBI informant now say he's admitted to having contacts with Russian intelligence. CBS's Scott McFarland.
Federal prosecutors allege one of the FBI's own longtime informants spun bogus tales about President Biden and his son Hunter after meeting with Russian intelligence officials. According to the memo released during a detention hearing, Alexander Smirnov falsely claimed Hunter Biden and President Biden were part of a multi-million-dollar bribery scheme.
Now to Florida, correspondent Manuel Bajorquez has details on the death of a young girl at a beach north of Miami.
A 7-year-old girl and an 8-year-old boy were digging a hole with some adults when it collapsed. Fire officials say the boy was buried up to his chest.
The boy was about maybe 3 feet maybe down, but his head was above the sand.
But the girl was completely submerged under the sand. Both were pulled out and rushed to the hospital, where the girl was pronounced dead. The boy is in stable condition.
I'm absolutely shocked. I had no idea that something could happen where it could collapse underneath someone just hanging out and playing on the beach.
4 minutes after the hour.
Well, that's today's news. Today's news. I didn't hear any good news, did you? I didn't think so. I guess it's all about perspective. The glass is half full. Well, as always, I'd like to thank you again for coming along with me on these Dash Cam News adventures. You know the drill. Peace, love, and all that hippie jazz. Bye-bye, everybody. It's 49 degrees in San Jose, California.